first two episodes are kinda underwhelming, and I was needing a little bit time to get into the show because okay, I think it's not a spoiler, but basically what happened is like you have this middle-aged man who gambled away his money and now he's in a lot of debt. So one day he was approached on the street and he got this chance to play the so-called Squid Game so that he could pay off his debt essentially. And this concept is like nothing new to play those survival games, and the winner would win like a huge sum of money. So anyways, I wasn't super impressed in the first two episodes. However, I would say that as the show goes on, especially from like the episodes 6, 7, 8, so there are 9 episodes in total, and the episodes 6, 7, 8 really grabbed my attention and I couldn't put my phone down. Oh, and now this is the finish. I think I really like it. I like it. Now I'm going to put some eye primer on my eyes. Anyways, so if you guys want something to binge watching, I think Squid Game is a good show to watch, and after watching the show, YouTube just recommended a lot of those behind the scenes videos to me, and I love those videos, like not always, but especially with a more serious or dark-ish show. I think it's interesting to see the actors and actresses interact with the film because it's like more lighthearted and it kind of gets those super sad or dramatic feelings away and makes things a little bit lighthearted, which I like. And also because if you have watched the Squid Game, I think the girl who played the lead role, she is so pretty, and I'm really fascinated by her face, which sounds a bit creepy, but what I mean is just, you know, there are so many pretty celebrities and actresses, right? But a lot of them are like just, you know, sweetheart and more like girl next door type, whereas this actress, she has such a high fashion face. Is that also an expression in English? I'm not sure, but in Chinese we call this face like high fashion face because it's like they are like often chosen to go on runways for these really high fashion brands. By the way, I think you probably could hear the ambulances in the background because I lived pretty close to a hospital, so I'm sorry. And anyways, so I watched a bunch of her interviews and Googled her, and she is also a very famous model apparently. I mean, no wonder, but she's pretty. I like her. So now we have talked about Squid Game, and I have already primed my face, so we can go in with my brows. safe to say that he's some type of genius, because he basically offered like biochemistry, chemistry, and physiology classes to all of us, to the like students that came after him, and he would make very good not even lecture notes, it's just his own notes to explain all the concepts and everything, and they are way better explained and made you understand almost immediately. So I think, like, thank God we have a student like him in my uni that, you know, is also so helpful and just willing to help others to, you know, share his resources, basically his brilliant mind with us. And anyways, the point of saying all of that is just to say, in the first 2 years of my university life, we are basically just trying to survive the study and don't get kicked out. And then from 3rd to 5th year, life actually gets so much better because the subjects are a lot more interesting, a lot more, you know, real life stuff that you would really need later in your life as a doctor, and not so theoretical as the first 2 years anymore. And also the difficulty of the exams are, you know, compared to the first 2 years, way better. They're way easier, and there's still a lot. We still have, like, for example, 10 exams last semester, which when you tell other students who study some other subjects, they're like, what? But yeah, for us it's just normal. And I'm going to just use this Douglas Best of Color palette, and as you can tell, I dropped this poor guy, and the first color especially got broke into pieces, and I have to get rid of the small pieces on the floor, obviously. But considering that this palette is not super expensive to begin with, I think I can live with that. And yeah, anyways, as I was saying, then the classes kind of got a lot more interesting, and the pressure you felt are like not so much as in the first 2 years, right? You would think, okay, now my life starts properly again, that I can, you know, do things that uni students do and everything. But then obviously COVID came, and it's, you know, everyone's life just stops. Okay, now I am using this e.l.f. Glittery Eyeshadow. The way I use it is put it on my hand. By the way, I think I personally really like it, but it's not for everybody, because I saw that some people give it not that great review on the Douglas website, but I don't know, I think it's obviously nothing for you if you do not like metallic eyeshadows, but I personally think it doesn't make the look way too dramatic. This is something that you could still wear every day. Now friends, I actually love to have like deep conversations, or not even deep conversations, but just conversations with real good friends instead of getting drunk and, you know, talking to people that I do not know very well. But with that being said, because I do want to make some conscious effort of meeting some more people this year, also because a lot of my friends are now living the city. They're going to do their internships in all different cities in Germany.